Hey there, good morning, I'm John. Today is Wednesday, November 20th, 2024, Hump Day edition of my daily vlog where I talk about what I've been doing next and how it's going with my attempt to make content creation indefinitely sustainable, and a lot. It's been busy, so let's get into talking about yesterday. Very hectic day, but let's start with the podcast edit, which was the most structured and least hectic part of my day. We got together on Twitch, and I got the latest episode out. Took about 2.5 hours, and even then, it was a musical version. Takes a little more time to do, but we got it all edited. And then in the afternoon, which I squeezed in, we'll talk about where I could squeeze it in. I finished like the tagging and the uploading and stuff, so that episode is fully ready and scheduled to publish tomorrow morning. And during the thing, I think I looked, it was like 42, 45 people came through at some point or other. A lot of people renewed their Prime sub. Thank you for that. Many people I know do it offline, not during the live stream, but we had several, maybe 7 or 8 people pop in during the stream to renew. Thank you for that. That's awesome. As I finished the live stream, I was headed out the door to lunch. It was about 12:30. As I opened the door, the shipment I was waiting on was there, and it was the Atari 7800 Plus press kit. And so I knew now I had work to do this afternoon, have to wait on that anymore because I had been at the mercy of FedEx. Set inside the door, walked out to lunch. Now, after lunch, I wanted to get to work on this thing. However, I had this doctor's appointment that I told you about. It was like 4:30, and I hadn't thought about the fact that it's across town and kind of during a rush hour traffic. So it like took. Anyway, when I got back from lunch, I expected, the doctor's appointment's going to be like an hour of my day, maybe. But I got back from lunch and I took the kit, I brought it in the studio here, and I recorded opening the press kit, showing it off, the stand up here, everything about it, soliciting input for the review, all that stuff that I normally do. But I didn't have time because I forgot then it was the rush hour thing, and so I had to stop that, drive across town, and then spend time with the doctor, and then it's after 5 o'clock driving back, and I get back to almost 5:45, pain. So then I get back, and then I could start editing this thing. Got it out maybe 7 o'clock or so, I guess. It took a while. It was late, but it's been out now only, what is it, 15 hours or so? 8,000 views on that. Not a review of the 7800 Plus, just a quick look at the press package. People are excited about this, and so the review embargo is coming up. I need to get to work on this video, but not yet. I have other stuff, which we'll talk about in a second. First, though, let's talk about the stats. So I have my little chart here. On it, I would like to be at or above this midpoint, which is 13,000 views and 80 subscribers. Well, with the good traffic yesterday and the day before, especially yesterday, we're up. Views are at 9,900, still under the 13, but 1,000 up, and subscribers 121. Now, how good was yesterday? Yesterday's stats pushed the average up by 1,000. The average up by 1,000. That's how strong that video was. Because yesterday, that one video, $8,000 we saw. So that's great. It just shows how you can impact the stats quickly with a big hit. As far as subscribers, then overall, yesterday we were at 67, 3 3/4 or so. We skipped 4. We went through it. We skipped it. And this morning we're at 67,500 and just a teensy bit. So let's talk about today. It's a lot, and I'll expand on it in just a second. But the podcast is published. I had that on my list, but I took care of that in the evening. I stayed working. I probably worked until 8:30 or so in the evening, which is fine. I don't mind doing that. It's just that it impacts your downtime. Today, I have to work the Spectrum review because the embargo lifts tomorrow. So to get that video out for tomorrow, that's today. Yeah, I'll talk more about that in a second. Then I need at some point to squeeze in some Friday Plays work because it's an easy video, as I told you, but I haven't done any more graphic work or research other than pick it and gather up some material, but I need to make sure I fully understand what I'm doing so I can shoot it on Thursday. I need to get it done on Thursday because of what's happening next. Before I get to that, last thing today, of course, will be 1980s Now. We'll be live with Kat and Will and myself on Facebook and YouTube starting at 7 o'clock Eastern. If you'd like to join and see that show live, it's always a good time. Pop over there and hang out with us in the evening if you have some time. So the last thing of today's video, and I won't go too long, and that is talked about the Spectrum work today. The embargo for the 7800 Plus lifts Monday. So I've got Friday and the weekend, remember I have a convention this weekend too, to get the video review for the 7800 Plus done for Monday release. Normally when I do reviews, I like to have the product for at least a week. You know, like both of these I got Monday, Tuesday, right? I've had no time with them. I've not plugged either of them in. Normally when I shoot a review, I shoot, open the box, tour the product, I stop the camera, and then I spend a few hours with it. Maybe a couple of days over some time to think about it and tinker. I have no time to tinker. I like for my reviews to be thorough and honestly have spent time with the product. In this case, I don't think it's going to diminish the review or anything, but integrity-wise for me, like I have to remember at some point in the review to emphasize how little time I've spent with the product, because it got to me so late. For example, the 400 Mini, I had, I had it like 3 weeks before the review. The GameStation Pro, I had it 2 months before the review. The 2600 Plus, I had about a week and a half before the review. These things I've had a day, right, or two. So, a lot of people watch videos I don't review and they'll say, nice review, John. So I think maybe the bar for what a review is, I set higher for myself than most people do, but I have to be careful because so far I think I hope I've established with people, they're expecting that when I talk and review about a thing, I have spent some time to at least fully flesh out my opinion. I don't want to just get the content creator in me wants to get out a video because it's important and it's part of my strategy. I need this video out. I need to be one of the first people to get it out to grow the brand, to work on this experiment. But the journalist in me is like, well, until you know all the information, can you call this a review? I think I can. I know I can. I think in my brain and heart I can, as long as at some point I disclose how little time I've spent with it. And I think that should probably be a me thing, but it's an important me thing in doing the review itself. So, I don't know. Again, that's probably just a me thing, but it's how I've done business all along. So I have to be careful that I don't misrepresent my reviews as, oh, look how I'm an authority on this product because I've spent a day with it, really, you know? Because, you know, once I get the Spectrum done, I got to jump into the 7800 Plus and work on that and get that out for Monday. So it's unfortunate these two things, A, came out so fast, and B, came out so close together, up against when something could be published. But everyone is under the same time crunch, so I guess I'm in the same boat. It's just my own journalistic thinking that is interfering with just, crap out a video, because I don't crap out videos, right? If it's garbage, I'm not going to do it. So anyway, I just got to make sure I position it in my head so I can get the work done, because the work is not going to slow down. I don't know if you've seen Wallace and Gromit: The Wrong Trousers. There's a scene with he's riding a toy train and he's putting down the track as he's riding the train. It's how I feel right now. Like I'm slapping down the track as my train rolls over it, and I slap down another piece. It's this. I feel like things are coming in so quickly, and I have to crank them out because otherwise I'll go off the track. Realistically, if I just said no and did it later, I wouldn't go off the track, but I would lose the benefit of time and getting something out timely, and I probably wouldn't have near the impact, and it's almost not worth doing now. So I have to find a way to do it, and do it in a way that's good for me, and it's also good for the viewer, and it's timely to make a difference. So that's what's rambling in my head when I should be working. So okay, let me go and do said work. Thank you, of course, for popping in to check out today's vlog. If you're here every day, you know I love you for that. Thank you for coming back again and again. So happy to see your comments every day. Have a great Wednesday. Think about me while you're working, because I'll be working too. Don't forget to do something good for yourself. And I'll talk to you again next day. Bye-bye.